click start recording. Welcome the YouTube audience back for what is going to be CLG FC episode 167. We are marching on towards our ninth game of the season. We're in third. We're still in the mix. It's going to be a bit difficult because uh, the the fucking the fucking only the champion goes up. Like, that's just awful. Daniel McKay, not really what we're looking for. Anthony Naduka, also not what we're looking for. I need a defender. I need somebody who plays all across the back line. But I might be having a word with him to get it sorted. That's cool. I'm going to come here and take care of that for him. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you. So I'll be going to a couple matches this season. Want to see Philly, St. Louis, Philly, the Red Bulls, Philly, DC, a couple other matches that I can go to. I'm going to try to go to every one. So my dad is a little bit more weather dependent. Usually we go together to the games. He's 74. Gotta love StubHub, except for the Miami game, unless you are selling, unless you're a seller, right? But yeah, my dad and I usually go to the games together, and other than the Miami game, yeah, exactly. He's a little bit more weather dependent this year because he's 74. And he had a heat stroke last summer, actually, so he's doing fine. He's fully recovered from that. But we had a big scare last summer where he had a heat stroke and he was hospitalized for a week. So it's one of those things where, like, if it's going to be way too hot or if it's going to be pissing rain, or it's, he's probably not going. So I'll still go, but I'm just like, I'm either running solo or I'm gonna running with him this season. Depends on the weather for each game. Unavailable. Thank you. Upcoming competitions as scout. We don't really need to add more recruiting focuses. We're kind of fine there. I just need to find. I want to find a player. Maybe I'll create a recruit. Wow, France mangled Italy in the rugby today. Depending on what concerts that I'm going to. You're gonna the games you go to depend on the concerts you're going to. Who are you going to see? Is the big question in concert. Well, yeah, but Zig, Italy are always the wooden spoon winners, so is that really a surprise? You know what I mean? I'm going to create a recruitment focus. I want somebody who plays there. I want minimum potential ability to be 4.5 stars. Minimum current ability can be anything. I don't care. And I really shouldn't care about the age, and I probably won't care about the age. And I'm going to say this is going to be top priority. What are the six? I every year I sit down and tell myself I'm going to watch Six Nations. Oh, 73 to 24? Jesus Christ. Every year I tell myself I'm going to watch the Six Nations, and every year I never do. Ireland are top. France second, England third, Scotland fourth, Italy fifth, Wales are sixth. Italy won a game? Who did Italy beat? I'm assuming Wales. Yeah, they beat Wales. How about that? So this week, Blackpink tickets go on sale. I'm waiting until other groups post their dates up. Nice. Wales are so shit at the moment. That's a shocker, actually. I didn't realize you were into Blackpink, Kakuna. They're not bad. I don't mind them. The only thing I don't like is the ATP. Is that the name of the song? The one that they did the solo artist did the collaboration with Bruno Mars. It's just not a great song. Oh, Rose song ATB. Yeah, to me it's not a good song, and it's so overplayed. But it's just I'm not a big fan of that one. But Blackpink are all right. I don't mind them. Um, them and Twice. I'm not huge into K-pop, but them and Twice, like I listen to them in small amounts, very small amounts. Um, oh come on, it's not as bad as Gangnam Style. I don't know because Gangnam Style, you're right, it's really cheesy. It's extremely cheesy, and it's not really lyrically a phenomenal song. But ATP also feels like it was just a forced collab for the sake of doing a collab. It didn't feel it just doesn't it's just that one was. Oh, you're talking about overplayed? Okay, yeah, fair enough. On the overplayed part, absolutely all day. But a couple other songs, yeah. Gallagher shines as CLG FC under 18's triumph. I got no arguments against saying Gangnam Style was more overplayed than ATP. You're nail on the head on that one. Sure. Philip Draper in the 41st minute is the only goal. And Logic FC under 18s will win again at Radcliffe under 18s, who are second from bottom. We have our own opinion, so yeah, I'm just saying the actual quality of the song. I'm not in love with it, but we moved to within a point of Accrington Stanley under 18s, and then scouting finish. I've had to make a recruitment focus because I can't find a fucking defender to save my life. We have the FA Cup, FA Youth Cup first round against Chorley under 18s coming up as well. So I'm looking at Blackpink twice and probably my alt group 21. See, I my group was I liked SNSD, okay, Girls' Generation. That was my intro to K-pop. And then I was a big AOA fan, and then AOA, like SNSD is basically retired, and AOA completely fell apart. And the artist that I really liked in AOA never really had her solo career take off, and she went a little bit more into acting. And I'm like, I kind of completely fell out of K-pop after that. The only other group that I really kind of enjoyed back then was Girls' Day. I thought Girls' Day was good. Um, so I meant to see um, was it the recruitment focuses or was it the scouting center? I think I'm going to go to the scouting center. So my big three are 21, Blackpink, and ITZY. Okay. I don't even know ITZY. That's how long I've not listened to K-pop. So, are you guys not scouting these ones? Like, is he not being scouted? Scouting in progress. Come on, scouting in progress. Okay, so you're still working on those. Uh, report fully scout player, and then this is the end of the list down here. So report fully scout player, and then that's it. All 234 on this list would be scouted. So, huh. Go on my YouTube. I have video from their concert back in June. I will check it out. I'll open it in a new tab now, and then when I'm done streaming, I'll check it out. We will. The intention is that we go. I am going to break off for dinner at around 5 o'clock, 5:30, something like that. But the intention is we're going to go to about 7 o'clock tonight Eastern, and raid you guys over to the watch party that Bizarre Brigade will be hosting on his channel with pixelated suits for the LA Galaxy San Diego FC match. I have DC Toronto on. They're in added time right now, 2-2. Toronto had a penalty for their second goal. Union lose to I'm sorry. West Ham lose to Man United. Union lost to fucking Columbus, so they're out. That's it. Yeah, this is they lost the first leg on pens. They lost the second leg on pens, and the Union are out. Um, I would like them to win something as well in the save before I fucking end the save. And they've made the conference final, and they won the conference again, and they lost the MLS Cup final again. That's so Union. I'll be watching that. Yeah, it should be a good game. I hope San Diego gets smoked. Bayern new setup is now recognized as the world's best. Barca second, Arsenal third, Dortmund fourth, Man City fifth. Real Madrid sixth. This is a lie because they just buy whoever the fuck they want. Let's be real. Chelsea seventh. We're convinced them to move there on a free. Spurs are eighth. Liverpool ninth, and Athletic Bilbao have moved up into 10th place in the top youth setups. It's Halloween. We're about to tick over into All Saints Day. Tyler Wright's bruised his thigh. He's out 5 to 8 days. He should be back in time for the next fixture, though. And we're still trying to find a fucking defensive back. I need somebody. I'm in a league because I'm in the 11th tier. I'm in a league where you only can name 5 subs and you can only make 3. There's no such thing as substitution windows. It's old school. Name 5, make 3. That's it. And so the idea is sub number 1 is your goalkeeper. Sub number 2 is your striker. Sub number 3 is somebody who can play all 3 positions across the attacking midfield line. Sub number 4 can play defensive or center midfield. And then sub number 5 can play all 4 positions, really 3, defensive, center back, and left and right back across the back line. And then you at least have all your positions covered. And wherever you need to make a substitution, you can inject somebody. Like, that's the entire point. Club lost 70,000 last month. I think we're okay. Liam Young set up a goal for Milnthorpe Corinthians 1-1 draw with Lonsdale United. Players on loan. Ellis and Keith Malone have made the most appearances. They're doing okay. Camps. Who's the next guy who's done best? Obviously, Derry Darkwell's done best, but he's only made 2 appearances for Dinnington. Wayne Harnett's made 3, and then it's Steve Ellis. So Steve's doing all right. So, all right, that's fair enough. Pre-match weekly staff meeting, not pre-match press conference. So trade training, shoot from long range, yes. Stick to the center pick, yes. I'm delighted to say you have the full backing of the squad. We've been promoted 9 times. I would hope I have the full backing of the squad. I mean, come on. But nice. Cool. Homegrown players update, and Derry McCready is out for 3 months, but we don't use him at all. 9 days to go, which means we will we'll do Leagues in Focus next week. We always do a segment, Leagues in Focus. It is taking a look at the top 5 divisions in England as well as the level above us. So that's something we keep an eye on. In addendum, I believe the NASCAR race has kicked off. I say kicked off. I believe the green flag has dropped on the NASCAR race. Why do the supporters are what the fuck? Why'd I go from a B to a C plus? Match performance. I mean, I understand match performance. They might be a little upset. Transfer activity. This loan won't give him the chance to prove he's good enough. As opposed to not playing. They hacked all my my loan decisions basically. Tactics are B plus. And the player with the lowest rating is C plus. Uh, okay. I mean, I think we're all right. Um, where's live TV? All channels. Let me go down to the actual damn channel. I believe it's on Fox, isn't it? Isn't the race on Fox? Yes, it is. Of course, it's sponsored by a fucking healthcare company because why would it not be for profit in America instead of for the people? They are 40 laps in. It is Atlanta. Atlanta's like the one super speedway I actually like. I hate Las Vegas. I'm not a huge fan of Texas. Daytona 500's okay, but I don't like the Pepsi 500 that they run in the mid season. I absolutely loathe Talladega. Um, which I know is like sacrilege to say, but I'm not a fan of Talladega. So I think that's really all of them. I don't think there's any other super speedways uh, that NASCAR runs. I think Charlotte just a large speedway. I don't think it's a super speedway. I like Charlotte too. It's a nice track. But I think they're not racing in California anymore at the California one. Obviously Sonoma they are, but that was I hated that track. That track was terrible. That's probably the worst one on the calendar actually. Counterlogic FC under 18s wing with Arrington impressive. Wayne Arrington in the 39th, Gavin Green in the 88th. We beat Curzon Ashton under 18s. Big win for us over Curzon Ashton under 18, who are bottom. We do have a game in pocket over Accrington Stanley and Macclesfield, but we are 2 points clear at the top of the under 18s league for now. We're moving on to 6 days to go. Uh, Gillian is in the lead at Atlanta right now. They haven't had a single caution yet. Which is nice. Barry second, Cindric's third. Then it's Byron, Wallace, Logano, Hocevar, Reddick, Elliott, Bush, Blaney, Larson, Briscoe, Kozlowski, Stenhouse, Nemechek, Hamlin, Bowman, Allmendinger, and Jones for the top 20. Let's see here. Brott handed the Germany under 18s call. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. This is the one downside of This is the one downside of rolling the players' ages back to 17 is that Brott now is eligible for the Germany under 18s. So we're going into the game against Senberg and Dent with a backup keeper. I hope he plays, man. They called him up one year. The last time Brott got called up, right? They called Brott up for a week and a half. He goes away, and then they didn't fucking play him. I'm like, I could have used him, man. I had like 2 league games. I was like, what the fuck? So, I just hope that he plays. Like, I'm not going to tell him don't withdraw. I'm not going to tell him any of that. But I hope he plays, man. I really do. Um, oh well. I hope he does. Maybe it will because it has been years since he's been called up. Like he got called up for the under 17s previously, And then he's never been called up to the under 21s, under 23s, or the under uh, uh, or the senior squad. He's just not been called up. So I hope he does play because he deserves it. This might be too many recruitment focuses. I'll have to see. But let's see. Recruitment focuses update. Yeah, I have 6 going. I have 5 scouts. So International Cup, Division Cup. That's fine. Scouting coverage. Our scouting range is Europe. Again, Jamie Taylor's come up on the. I really want to fucking sign him, man. But he just doesn't want to come here. But he's so good. Like, Jamie Taylor is so good. Sure, dribbling's not great, but passing is a 7, heading is a 9, jumping reach is a 10. Like, he's only 17. He can develop. Like, damn, he's so good. Meanwhile, Gavin Craven's 25, and his first touch is a 1. His dribbling is a 1. His passing is a 2. Like, he's not good enough. Killing me, man. They're killing me. I could use with more scouts. So the moment the board ever updates us with more scouts, I'm gonna be all on that shit. Gonna give us a headway into allowing more recruitment focuses, essentially, which will be great. How we doing here? We got Chorley under 18s in the FA Youth Cup first round. If we win, we're into the second round. I think the second round is as far as we've ever gotten. It might be the third round, but we'll see. They got 7 to go in the stage. MLS is kicking off. I mean, they're not kicking off. The pregame starting in 11 minutes. So, I am recording this good. Yeah. For anyone interested, the entire YouTube !YT, !YouTube, one of the two, the entire history of the save is on the YouTube. So definitely check it out. Um, our action time and playthrough is there. Our Unreal Tournament commentary is there. Um, Plenty on the YouTube. Um, but yeah, all the off-season tournaments we've watched as well. They're there. So anyway, um, we win in the Youth Cup. Let's go. Counter-Logic FC under 18s enjoy big win over Chorley FC. Chorley under 18s. Draper in the 11th. Raymond Gallagher in the 23rd. Udoyan Fagbola in the 55th. Moises Misamiru in the 77th. And it is 4-0 for CLG FC under 18s. We're into the second round of the FA Youth Cup. Oscar Reed, what does he play? He plays midfield and attacking midfield. How is he as an enganche? He's not the worst. How is he as a Mitsala? He's also not the worst. He's at Coventry under 21s. He is very interested in coming on loan to us, but I don't really have space for. I don't need an AMC MC. I need really a A DRLC is what I need. I don't need anybody else but that right now. So, uh, stage one has 2 laps to go. So, um, I was like, what's going on? All right. Nothing doing still on the scouting front. Man, the players in range are fucking not good at all. Final lap of the stage. Barry's in the lead. Byron's making a move down the inside though. Man, they're flying, man. They they go quick. Barry's gonna win the stage. Cindric came second. Brito sacked by West Ham. Armando Brito has been sacked by West Ham. Who is the uh, what do you call it? Just want to add the extracurricular stuff to the week we're not playing. Who is the favorite? Job Center. Take the job any other save I would, but not this save, right? Marco Gartner is the head is the lead the leading candidate. A couple of African nations looking for a head coach. Ivory Coast, particularly Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Morocco. I'm not favorited in any of these jobs. I think because I've been at my current one too long. You know what I mean? So Slough is looking for a. Where's Cullum? Get Cullum on the phone. Slough are looking for a new manager. So, uh, where are you? You're still at Macclesfield. You're now favored personnel, Zig. You are now favored personnel at Macclesfield. Congratulations. You're second in Vanarama National. Media prediction is you're going to win the league, though. So you're favored to win the league for the first time. 3 points behind Port Vale. We'll do leagues in focus in I think another day or two. It comes up. FA Youth Cup second round draw as well. I think you'll get there eventually. I think you're going to get Macclesfield up to League Two eventually. I just don't know once you get into League Two if you're going to be able to keep them in League Two, just because the quality step up is fucking huge. You know what I mean? Because I'm a madman. Yeah. Burrito sacked by West Ham. There's got to be like, do you remember in previous FM? Oh, here it is. Marco Gartner, who's at Salzburg. Enrique, who's at Monaco. Calvin Levine, who's at Sunderland, are the 3 favorites for the job. So, uh, let's keep moving on. Brat's away on international duty for Sedberg and Dent. I can't believe it. Agreed, yeah. Weekly staff meeting. This is fine. That's fine. Recalling. No. 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 Move on. That's fine. Mm, okay. Oh, that's IndyCar. I was like, why is there IndyCar on the screen? They're having it advertised. We're at St. Petersburg next week. So, right. What do you know? Leagues in focus. Let's get on with it, shall we? We'll start in the MLS. Cincinnati down Inter Miami. Let me pause the mix real quick because we might have to play the crab rave. Um, uh, what do you call it? Um, Cincinnati downs into Miami. Charlotte gets rid of Montreal. Columbus sadly beats Philadelphia. New York City FC beats Chicago, or beats Cincy. Chicago beats the New York Red Bulls. Uh, in the West, uh, Houston downs the Galaxy. Seattle beats Houston. The Scum beat Austin. Kansas City downs Salt Lake. St. Louis beats Portland. So that's how you have it. No shark grave yet. No shark grave yet, sadly. Leads and focus though. Newcastle top of the Prem by 2 points over Man United. Spurs are third, having won 5 straight. City are fourth. Everton fifth. Leicester sixth. Villa seventh. That's Europe. Chelsea are 8th, Liverpool 11th, Arsenal 12th. My beloved West Ham are 1 point above the drop, but so are Burnley, Leeds, and Sheffield United. Just above Sunderland. Forest are now 2 adrift. They've won 2 on the bounce. And Norwich have won their first game of the season. It took them 10 tries to do so, but they won their first game of the season, and then they immediately lost again. And who did they beat? They beat Burnley 2-0. Sky Bet Championship, Sheffield Wednesday lead the league by a point over Crystal Palace, who lead the playoff places by 2 points over Birmingham, Brentford, Swansea, and Bristol. Watford a point on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Derby are a point above the drop over Luton Town, but they haven't won in 5, Derby. Blackburn 2 adrift in 23rd, as are Bolton a place below them. Sky Bet League One, Huddersfield, they lost their first game after winning, or they lost the game after winning 4 straight, but they are still top of League One by 8 points over Cardiff, who lead the playoff places by a goal on goal difference over Milton Keynes, Tranmere, Crewe, and Chesterfield. Colchester on the outside looking in by 7 goals in the goal difference. Plymouth, Wimbledon are both a point on the outside looking in as well. Lincoln at the bottom are a point above the drop, having lost 3 straight over South Shields. Reading are 4 adrift in 22nd. Oxford are 4 adrift in 23rd. Blackpool are 4 adrift in 24th. Sky Bet League 2, Mansfield Town are a point above, or leading the league by a point over Newport County, who are in the second promotion spot. Leyton Orient are above the playoff places on just goal difference by 4 goals over Walsall, Exeter, Torquay, and Bradford City. Wickham are a point on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Grimsby Town haven't won in 5, but they're 5 points above the drop because over Notts County, because Notts County haven't won in 5. Preston have won 4 of their last 5. Remember, they were deducted 12 points for going into administration, and they are now only 6 adrift of safety. Vanarama National, Port Vale lead the league by 3 points over Macclesfield, Bromley, Sittingbourne, Dorchester, Shrewsbury, and Kings Lynn Town. Stevenage are on the outside looking in by 2 goals on a goal difference. Gateshead are a point on the outside looking in themselves. At the bottom, Gillingham. Yes, Gillingham. Former League One, no? Or at least League Two, right? No, former League One. I was right. Former League One Gillingham are now currently sitting just a point above the drop in the Vanarama National over Aldershot Town. AFC Fylde are above the drop on just 1 goal on the goal difference. Hereford are 3 adrift in 22nd. Bournemouth are 4 adrift. They've lost 5 straight. Boston United are 6 adrift at the foot of the Vanarama National, winless in 5, and have lost 4 straight. The league above us, or the level above us, I should say, finally, is Broughton Amateurs, still leading the league. They are 8 points clear now. They've won 5 in a row. They've won all 13 of their opening fixtures. That's crazy. Broughton Amateurs have won all 13 of their opening fixtures, and they've only conceded twice in those fixtures. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. They've almost played half the league and won every game against half the league, or against the whole league, I should say. Not half the league. They've almost played the entire league without dropping a single point and only conceding 2 goals. They are way head and shoulders above Bradley, Addingham, Isle of Man, and North Walkden, who are the playoff places. Bickerstaff are a point on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Burscough 2 points above the drop over Clitheroe and Holker Old Boys. Chatterton haven't won in 5. They are 5 adrift in 17th. Daisy Hill haven't won in 13. And they are 10 points adrift at the foot of the Northwest Counties League Division 1 North. That's leagues in focus. Let's keep moving on. No crab rave, which means I'm going to mute Firefox and go back to the mix I was listening to, which has 14 minutes left. Sedberg and Dent United counter Logic FC. Damn. We are even. Sedberg and Dent 12-5. Draw 13-5. I'll be lurking. I'm going to be grabbing dinner right now. I appreciate you, Hakuna. Thank you, brother. Pre-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from Dean Higgham at the Blizzard. We'll be ready for them. We know what we're capable of. I'll be lurking. Off, need like an 8-hour nap. All right, appreciate you. Viva, get some rest, brother. Have a good night's sleep. Have a good start to your week as well, man. I appreciate you, man. Can you talk about? I don't know who the fuck that is and who the fuck VCD is. It's the first I. Are you been able to rest and recover? Wednesday's match will see you or gaining a lot of applause for the quick passing game. A great team to watch at the minimum. Hope we can find a way to stop them on Wednesday. I can respect an opponent without fearing them. We know we're capable of playing well against them. Who will win? I'm going to say Burnside. They're in the lead, right? They're staying private for now. Right. It's just to try and put pressure on them. Francis rules out chances of resting on laurels. Oh, that's him, the head. Oh, my God. Frack, you have a tight thigh? Literally with a game to go? Fuck's wrong with you? Or day to go, I mean? Fuck's wrong with you? Viva, get some good rest, brother. This has been a fucking long-ass caution, man. 8 laps of caution around Atlanta. Let me refresh this page so I can actually get the Portland game up. There we go. Portland, Vancouver. Let me alt-tab as well and update the title. Whoop. Live. Portland, Vancouver. KO. Actually, I should say Portland 0-0 Vancouver KO. There we go. Whoop. Title updated. Sharnock Richard, Hellerfield Sport. That's a big matchup as well, by the way. That's the marquee matchup. We're going to have to replace Brott with Dwight Bishop, which is fine. It also means that, what's his name? Barney Tulloch is going to be named to the bench, more than likely. Goal 50, the 50 best players in the world right now. Mendy is number 1. Now, for those that don't know, I accidentally used fake player names. So, Mendy is Kylian Mbappe, and I would highly disagree with this because Mendy was absolutely terrible at the Euros over the summer. Vinicius Jr. is Junior. He's at Al Ittihad. I have no clue who the Italian is. That's Carafa. Dragston at Arsenal. Van de Silva, or not Van de Silva, but Victorino de Silva at Man City. Barca, Newcastle, Bayern, Barca. Anybody out of the ordinary here in terms of where they've come from? That's AC Milan. Uh, Not really. Not really. Uh, they're all at some sort of big club, so I'm surprised Mendy got the nod though, because he's been absolutely awful. He was awful at the Euros, awful. For his standards, I should say, not in general, just for his standards, he was not good at the Euros. AFC Blackpool Boodle AFC has been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. So there you go. I need to get the. I need to stop the mix, which is 8 minutes left now, and get ready to play the walkout song. And we're going to get into it. So let's get ready. Brat's away on international duty, which means coming into the match is going to be Dwight Bishop. Barney Tullock will get the substitution over Brat. Frank is going to play with his strained thigh. He'll just have to tough it up. And maybe we replace him early. I don't know. We're going to have a quick little save, and then we're going to move into the game itself. So they are back. Green Flag Racing at Atlanta. They go so quick around Atlanta too. Like it's insane to me the speeds they get in Atlanta. Like that's the crazy thing is how freaking fast they get. They go 185 mile an hour. Like it's just insane. Right. Stop feeling unsuited to the role you're about to play. You've played it for 100 fucking plus games, Nicky. Seriously. All right. We're gonna press Peter Hardley. Point the finger. They're inspired. Oh, wow. Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh, that's blasting again. My bad. I've done it again. Yeah. There's the table. They're fifth. They're only 2 points back from us. Yeah. We're underway. They are in the green. We are in the black with the blue. Underway in here. Early corner for Sedberg. Come on, Bentley. Or come on, Bishop. Go on, Cookies. Here's Black. Little John. Yeah! Black. Frack will head it out. It'll be a corner. Hellyfield have taken the lead. Burnside have taken the lead. We're going to have to beat Burnside heads up. Parks is a good clearance, Parks. Sheamus got it. Out for a throw, apparently. Bentley with a free kick. Bishop's got it. Let's go, Bishop. Good. Great ball movement here. Sheamus on the left can take his man on. Cut back for Parks. Fucking the touch from Parks ruined everything. Spaps wins the header, though. Still there. It's got to come back central. Yep. Shift the ball. Right, you're already booked, bro? I didn't even fucking realize that. Oh, Briggs has made the save. I gotta tell my one center back to ease off tackles. Fucking 13 minutes into the game. Akoni-kun. Nope. Cookies. Twinkle. Twinkle. It's not a bad shot from Tyler Wright. Briggs is equal to it, though. Caution in the race. The 10 is spun. Looks like he's cooked. That's up and over. That's not even on target. It's wide as well. Sheamus parks. Sheamus whips it. Kelly clears. Sheamus offsides. Here's Gleason. Bentley. I don't know if the axle's broke. I think the axle might be broke. The rear tire's spinning, the rear driver's, but it's not. The car's not moving. Sidek lead at Windermere. Ward, Gleason, no. Bishop, great save. 10th, Shadow. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Yeah. Kelly, oh, wow. Off the top of the bar and over. How you been, 10th? Headed up, headed away. Akoni-kun. I gotta sneeze soon. Oh my god. That hurt my back. Thank you. You ever sneeze so hard you pulled a muscle? Fucking that was me there. Jesus. Nothing much, just taking a break from Valheim. Nice. We've had an okay start to the season, but we're chasing the pack right now. Wigton Harriers won a level versus Burnside. That's good for us. Spaps come on. Oh my god, he's put it in the right area, and everybody was too deep. Everybody was too deep. Spaps is offsides. So. Right. Half time. We've had .16 on our 2 shots despite 65% possession. We're not good enough. This is not good enough. We're not going to win if we don't shoot. It's been really disappointing to watch. No, we'll do that. We'll motivate them. I mean, that was an absolute nothing burger of a half, really, when you think about it. Burnside have taken the lead at Wigton Harriers now, too. So, damn. Sheamus, fuck's sake. All right. I mean, if we don't shoot, we're not going to score. So everybody's having a bad game. Spaps is having the worst of them all, so we'll probably replace him in 5 minutes. Maybe now would be a good choice after that giveaway. Jones is coming on. Nelson now lead at home versus Barrow Celtic. Weatheriggs lead at home versus Skelsmerdale. That is over the top, thankfully. Burnsider 3-1 up at Wigton Harriers. That doesn't help us. Joe Jones has come on for Spaps, which is fine. Gives us an aerial threat. Frack. Nelson 2-0 at Barrow Celtic. Sticky! Oh. What does he do? Anxious and lacking match fitness. Oh, you're match fit, bro. I know you match fit. Simon Roger Mukendi's coming on, I think. Third sub might be Wellman for cookies. So, somebody. Oh, yes. Go on. Go on. Frack. Go on, Frack. Frack. Go on. Move the ball, Frack. Come on, Frack. Keep going, Frack. Why'd you stop the run, Frack? Cut back for Cookies. Cookies was offsides. Frack, you should just kept the run, man. When you need a goal, Burnside 4 went up. I once sneezed so hard it popped my blood vessel in my eyes, scared me to death. Went to the hospital. They told me they'll recover in 1 to 2 weeks. That was sticky. Oh, yeah, I've done that before. And it's all bloodshot and shit. I've done that before. Wington Harriers have pulled back 2. They're 3-4 down. Mukendi's in. Joe Jones is on. It's going to have to be Cookies next, I think, for Wellman. I could put in. I don't have another AMC, so I have Norris on the defensive line, and I have a midfielder. So the next sub is going to have to be Sam Wellman. Joe Jones, Twinkle. Oh, you got plenty of space. He shoots! Maybe a little too early, and Briggs has that the whole way. Sheamus has now been booked. He's off tackles for him. Joe Jones. Back to Frack. The whip ball in. Sheamus is there. Sheamus! No, it's Simon Roger Mukendi. When you need a goal, Simon Roger Mukendi is there. And he gives us the 1-0 lead. They're looking at offsides here. Nah, he's way on. He's being played on here. Let's fucking go. Simon Roger Mukendi. Once again, man. Once again, he scores. In a time when we need a goal. Right. Parks. I mean, we've had 66% possession, but five of our 6 shots are on target. But we've just not been able to really get a lot of shots in general with the possession. So, it's been excellent. Here's Wellman. Twinkle, Frack, Wellman. Why are you going back there? Somebody's got to just cross it. Good cutout from Parks. Twinkle, right. Just reset the field here. Find Sheamus. Good ball. Sheamus. Inside for Mukendi. Wellman. Jones. What a ball. Jones. He takes a touch and he's knocked off. Do you have any IRL football team? I'm not talking American football. Yes. The West Ham United, who won yesterday, and then this club, the Philadelphia Union, who also won yesterday, actually. I'm going to their home opener next weekend. Oh, fuck, they've scored. Offsides, flags up on the far side. So, we played our season opener in Orlando last night, Philly. Oh my God, by acres. But yeah, they played their season opener last night, 1-4-2. And then we have our home opener on Saturday against Cincinnati, that's going to be a tough fucking game. Burnside are 5-3 up. We're not getting any help from the league. So, and then Wington Harriers have made it 4-5. What the fuck is going on in Wington, man? Sidak 2-0 over Windmere Sports and Social. Mukendi back for Jones, who's on sides. Jones takes it himself. Joe Jones, the substitutes do it. Do you have any favorite player, like all time or playing right now? Because they're 2 different answers. So, all time is Gary Speed. Used to play for Leeds United, Bolton, Sheffield United, and Newcastle United. I'm not a fan of any of those clubs or a supporter of any of those clubs. But he was my all-time favorite player. Yeah. So, and then real right now, my favorite player is probably who's playing right now because Gary Speed is no longer with us. Um, uh, probably probably Jared Bowen for West Ham, and if not, it might be
I owe allegiance to no
first
entity. I
goal
intend to live by my own code now.
series. FGS, FGS, FGS. Big win today. Big win today. By the way, guys, not someone like Messi or Ronaldo. No, I can't. I don't like Ronaldo at all. Actually, um, I think he's got a huge ego problem. Um, and then Messi, I don't mind as a footballer, and he's a nice person individually. I just hate what he's done to MLS. Oh, what a save! Joe Jones won it again. Jesus, guys, first goal series. Give him the love. Give him. We're giving him the shout out. He is a Football Manager streamer. He does watch parties for the Liverpool game. He does GeoGuessr, Time Guesser. So all around fun guy to be around. Um, and yeah, definitely a great dude. Um, so if you're into football, you're into Football Manager, give him a follow. Oh, Jones, go on. Jones! Back post missed it. We're 2-0 up, though, in added time, so we're going to get to play probably David Ainsley here. How was your stream, man? Aside from the fact that you were gloating over the Liverpool win, Man City looked fucking terrible. They had one chance there in the second half where they hit the side netting real close to the post. But aside from that, curling is a goated sport. Curling is a goated sport. So I couldn't agree more of what you say. Curling is awesome. I am going to watch it at the Olympics next year, and I can't fucking wait, man. It's going to be amazing. um, Twinkle, Parks, back to Twinkle, just whip it in. Does Joe Jones, back post! Another one. Joe Jones to make it 3 right before the full-time whistle. City didn't utilize the underlap enough as it was a weakness with Robertson. Gotcha. I watched DC Toronto after that. It was an okay game. It was 2-2. It wasn't bad. Now I got the NASCAR race on, but also, Portland Vancouver. Oh my God, Portland Vancouver has started. I'm surprised, and I need to rewind because apparently there has been ain't next year the Football World Cup. It is, yes, but it is also the 2026 Winter Olympics in Italy. So I'm going to the Winter Olympics as well. Oh, that's live. Hold on. Wait, Phil Neville's still the coach of Portland? Still the coach of Portland. Why? Why is he still at Portland? The tickets are outrageous for the tickets are going to be outrageous. That's the thing. Let's go. Like the club tent is going to take a whole year watching all the sporting events that summer. Listen, 10th Shadow for just to give you perspective, right? The Club World Cup, which is obviously club teams like what you see on the screen now, playing in a World Cup to determine who's the best club in the world. The tickets for that went on sale, and they were like $175 a ticket. So the actual like World Cup between the nations, I can imagine is going to be even more expensive, and I have no interest in paying those prices. That is 100% dog so. That's 110% dog so on the Portland Vancouver game. Didn't they say they lowered the prices? From what? Getting fisted? Like what? from what? From what did they lower the prices from? Like the red card in Portland, Vancouver is he's on sides. He's on sides, and the guy that got sent off, he puts he's coming in from the right, and as he comes in, he puts his right arm on the or his right hand right here on the attacker, and then lets go, and the attacker just goes to ground, and the refs just straight dog so. It's a pullback. It's 100% dog so. So there's no if and or buts about it. So um, that's you're going to look at the you're looking at going to Mexico for the World Cup. Nice. Nice. I mean, if that's the thing is, if 175 is what the prices have come down from, or I'm sorry, not from, if they came down to 175, I have no interest in what the club. Then you know the FIFA World Cup is going to be fucking outrageous. You know what I mean? And for me, Philly is not going to get a good group. Philly's got Group C or whatever, so we're going to get some real minority. Not, I don't mean to say this in a bad way. Please don't take this in a bad light. But we're going to get the group that Philly's going to get. That the games are going to be played in Philly are going to be really smaller nations that maybe are in the World Cup solely on the purpose that they've expanded it, right? Because the 26 World Cup is going from 32 teams to 48 teams for the first time. So you're going to get these nations that otherwise would not have any business there or would have never qualified for the World Cup. And Philly's probably getting that group in the group stage. And it's like, I'm not going to pay you $400 a ticket to watch Belize play Tajikistan. Like I don't have any. I'm nowhere close to anything, bro. Those smaller nations are not going to have any fans. It's sad. I mean, those fans will travel. I will always be surprised by the amount of contingent nations send. But the point is, like, that's the group that Philly's going to get. We're not going to get Mexico. We're not going to get the U.S. We're not going to get Canada. We're not going to get anybody big like Spain or France or Germany. We're going to get like one big nation, right? England, France, Germany, Brazil, Argentina, somebody like that, you know what I mean, Japan, and then the rest of the group is gonna be minnows. And I'm like, that's not gonna be entertaining to watch. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'll watch that game on TV. I'm not gonna watch that game in person. I'll watch that game on TV. So, um, you know, I'm not gonna spend $400 to do that. A ticket, by the way. So, no. Um, yeah, that's to me. I'm not. I'd rather go watch the Olympics. So because I love the Olympics more than anything else, almost. So I'll go to Italy and go to the Olympics. So 3-0. It is Mukendi in the 72nd off the bench. Joe Jones in the 89th off the bench. Joe Jones in added time at the end of the second half off the bench. And it's 3-0 for us away at Sedberg. Um, uh, very good, everybody. So, Japan would be sick, but I'm just like, I don't have an interest. I don't have an interest. The ads are coming up in a minute and a half, by the way, for those of you on YouTube, or on Twitch. Sorry, on Twitch. That makes me sound elitist, and I don't mean to be. It's just like I don't know. I don't know. I really hoped the U.S. would get games kind of, like New York, and I was hoping the U.S. would get New York and L.A. and Kansas City or something, and instead they did L.A., Seattle, and L.A. You don't want to watch Blue Lock IRL? Uh, uh, I'm all right. Um, I'm all right in all honesty. So, uh, anyway, by the time the World Cup comes around in 2026, I'll probably still be paying off the Italy trip. So who cares? You know what I mean? I have no interest in going further into debt to go to the World Cup. Um, right. Let's go through the fixtures real quick. Benilat Retro Gamer. Before we go through the fixtures, let's give a shout out to Newcastle's greatest fan, and a man who probably went through all the emotions in today's win over Nottingham Forest. It is Retro Gamer FM. So, very nice. Welcome in, Retro. Um, let's go through fixtures I got on TV today. Did you? I I think I must have missed it because I was on and off watching it, unfortunately. Um, but then again, you might have not been on the American feed. I don't, you mean it doesn't. I don't know. But that's awesome that you got on TV. Well, good win by the way today as well over Forest. You guys are up to fifth now, so challenging for Europe yet again. Retro, you got to be loving it, man. Eddie Howe's a good manager. Barrow Wanderers scoreless at home against Furnace Rovers. Barrow Wanderers will drop to 11th with the draw. Furnace will drop to 9th. Charnock Richard. Oh, what a result for us. Charnock Richard and Hellifield Sports. Johnston in the second for Hellifield Sports. Cook in the 31st for Charnock Richard. Douglas in the 71st. Hellifield Sports win at Charnock Richard, which means we leapfrog Charnock Richard. Um, meanwhile, what an absolute crazy set of results. Nelson hosting Barrow Celtic. Donnelly in the 48th, Williams in the 53rd, Williams again in the 58th. All for the host. Nelson with a big win over Barrow Celtic. Barrow Celtic still at the foot of the table. Nelson are going to move up to 7th with the win. Wetherings United, Skelmersdale United. It was Ferguson in the 17th for Wetherings United at home to put the host up 1-0. Hayes leveled it in the 25th before Cupers in the 46th made it 2-1 to the host again. Bonser in the 68th was dismissed from play, and then Roden from the penalty spot in the 83rd leveled it at 2 apiece. And then Tierney in added time at the end of the second half gave Skelmersdale the win on the road. And Skelmersdale are going to be up to 12th. They climb out of relegation with the win. They actually dump Wetherings United in the relegation at the same process. What an absolutely crazy result in Wigton between them and Burnside, hosting Burnside, top of the table Burnside. Third minute for Barat, and then it was for Burnside to put the visitors ahead. Granite in the 37th made it 1-1. Day in the 45th scored to make it 2-1 to Burnside, and then Day again in the 51st to make it 3-1. Evans in the 57th to make it 4-1. Beal in the 62nd pulled one back for Wigan to make it 4-2. Beckers in the 64th made it 4-3 for another one for the hosts. Farrell in the 83rd made it 5-3 to the visitors. Sunday in the 86th pulled it back to within one again to make it 5-4 scoring for Wigan. And then Sutcliffe in added time at the end of the second half leveled it for Wigton Harriers. We get a huge result in the league, and Wigton Harriers hold 5-5 against Burnside. Let's go, Cully! And so tired after yesterday's stream took me at it. I totally get that. Cully, thank you so much for the gifted sub, brother. You didn't have to do. I appreciate that so much, man. Welcome in, Cully. Super CJ man gets the sub. Absolutely blessed, man. Thank you so much, Cully. Welcome in, Retro. Welcome back. And you're so tired from yesterday. I totally get it, brother. All the love, Benny. All the love to you, man. Thank you so much. Sideac Sports and Social, the last result, by the way, traveling to Windermere. Edwards in the 24th, Southern in the 73rd for the visitors. They win 2-0. Sideac move up to 5th. Windermere are still in 15th. Hellifield actually jumped Charnock as well, by the way, off that win. So, Burnside lose, right? We win. Charnock lose. So, Hellifield have kept pace with us, right? We're on 21 points, both of us. Vancouver's gone ahead, by the way, in the game at Portland. but Burnside are within a point now. We are within a point of Burnside. So, did the Union win? Yes, we did, baby. 4-2 at Orlando. And their second goal came in like added time at the end of the second half. Post-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from Travis McAllister from 23. Uh, yeah, right. I thought we were great today, so yeah, very happy. The sky's the limit with me in charge. Pundits suggested players will cut. No, the confidence sky high. Found it fascinating. One of the best forwards in the division. Quality. We're not selling him. It's that simple. It suits us. There we go. Good. So Jones on form, and he was definitely on form. So very nice. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, brother. Um, and that is that. So we moved to within a point of the league. I thought this was the year we're gonna kind of like stall out here, but maybe not. It might not be. I have to update the title, by the way, because Vancouver are in fact 1-0 up, and I don't know what to put for a thing here. Can I put an emoji? Am I able to put emoji? I'm just gonna put a red dot, right? Like that. And then change that, and then change this to 1H. So hopefully that works. Anyway, that is the end of the episode. This was CLG FC episode 187. Thank you so much for joining. We'll see you on YouTube for the next video. Until then, take care.